I'm going to run this game a little bit. Now, they're going to do the drill first. Get up.
Y'all go ahead. I don't even know you can me. I just came here to see y'all. See what y'all are up to. You know, I don't hop on unless I do study. I ain't got no study to do. I hope I'm out. I'm going to reach know what I'm going to do. Yes. Yes.
No, he's staying in Pennsylvania.
But I'm thinking when you
Welcome back, everybody, here at Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, Zane Townsend, and Joe Mounts, our camera operators, along with Butch Mounts, as we are getting set for the first game of 3 here from the Future Edge Recruiting Camp, brought to you by Video Productions here today, as we will see 15 or now 18 of very good local recruits coming out here to compete against each other today. Some still going to compete in their final year of high school coming up, some with a few more years to go, but all being looked at in one form or another, and we're going to get to see them display their skills here this afternoon. And again, bear with me as we go through. Again, we are getting the numbers as we go along here and adjusting with a couple of different uniforms here and there and some similar numbers, so we'll definitely do our best to make sure we keep up with that as we move along in the broadcast. But again, these will be 3 games here today. Each will be 2 20-minute games, just like a regular college game, but it'll be a running clock throughout as this goes along. So things will pick up and speed along as we go forward here. But as I said, just kind of bear with us as we kind of wait to see the numbers at first, and hopefully I'll be able to familiarize myself with it as soon as possible. That way it makes it a little bit easier to follow along throughout with us. So it looks as if the red team taking on the white team here in game number 1. And again, the team that's sitting out, I believe, will stay out and then play the winner of this game, and then whoever set out first will play in the 3rd game as well. So now here we go as they jump it up, controlled by the red team and taken away by them as Landry Palata gives the ball back up top here for Sizona. Sizona will dribble over to the right, tries to penetrate in, cut off. We'll get a whistle and a traveling call, which will get the ball back over to the white team as they'll move quickly here. And as you can see on the clock, it will continue as we go throughout this afternoon. Bring the ball up will be Davy Jones. Again, he's the one from Tays Valley getting a lot of looks and a lot of recruiting offers, as we talked about at the top of all this. They swing it back to the top of the key, trying to look for an opening. Now stepping back, 3 on the way. Count it, top of the key. And actually that was Davy Jones. Again, Chandler Schmidt was the first one that we had. Again, as I said, we've got players with similar numbers or same numbers on this, so it'll just take a moment for us to try and adjust as they kick it back out front. 3 on the way. No good off the mark from the right side by Alajiki, as we saw him knocking down quite a few in the drills that were taking place a little bit earlier. Now up front, Jones will pop another 3. This one off the front of the iron, no good. Taken away by the red team as Palata will lob it up ahead and over the head of his intended target as he was trying to find Salou and Geyer coming in. But again, we talked about Davy Jones. He'll be a senior this upcoming year from Tays Valley, getting offered from Oregon, Houston, Auburn, Louisville, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Illinois, Maryland, to name quite a few. Out front with it, Schmidt from Cabell Midland has it on the right wing, trying to dribble back up top, being cut off. Now slides back in, splits a double team, gets all the way in, and what a move by Chandler Schmidt that time. And now we get a turnover in the backcourt against Schmidt at Cabell Midland. Doesn't graduate until 2022, but being looked at by Navy, Winthrop, Bryant, and New Hampshire. As the entry pass knocked away, now stolen away by Palata, as he'll bring it up the right side. 5-0 already in the early going, as it's tipped out of bounds. Will stay with the red team, as the white team leading it in the early going. We're down to 17:50 remaining on the running clock here in the first half. As the red team will inbound from underneath, looking, gets it out deep as it'll be set up there by Alujiki. He'll drive in left side, cut off, turns around with a hook shot, and he'll knock it down. Alajiki, again, same one that has high academic promise as well, being recruited by Columbia and Princeton for his academic and basketball ability. Has a 7'2" wingspan, also being looked at by WVU and Princeton. It's up top, Alujiki looking up, fires a 3 online, but short that time. Rebound taken away underneath by Team White, as they'll bring it up the right side. Now cutting into the middle, cut off that time is Caden Smallwood. He'll kick it back out. Jumper on the way by Schmidt, no good, and rebound tipped out for the red team. As corralling at that time was Thomas Tutt from Belfry, and now we get a whistle and a push underneath. We'll create 2 shots here for the red team, trying to cut into this 5-2 deficit in the early going. Again, doors are opened all throughout the gymnasiums here with ventilation, and players have been ordered to obey social distancing guidelines when not on the court, as well as free throw up and good for Allergici, as he has all 3 of the red team's points here in the early going. Now 5-3 white team as Jones penetrates in. Now will stutter step, almost lost it, kicks it over right side as Chandler Schmidt looking for help, gets into the center, fadeaway jumper from just outside the free throw line, no good, off the side of the iron, rebound taken away by Paletta. Again, Paletta 6'7" from Tays Valley, gets it underneath, turnaround layup attempt, rolls off, no good for Sizona. Rebounded though by the red team, turnaround jumper in the paint, off the back iron by Angier, and here comes the white team back with a 2-point lead. They set things up, Chandler Schmidt along the right side, gets into the center, now stutter steps, gets left side, back out to Isaiah Harrison, now top of the key for Jones. Jones going up against Allergici. Nice dump off inside, pump fake, goes up the shot, no good, defended well there. Couldn't find an opening, and now here comes red team back the other way. Nice driving layup there by Thomas Tutt as he gets on the board, and now a 6-5 lead for the red team as a turnover in the front court will give it back over to the red team. So the first 5 points going to the white team, now the last 6 to the red team. Coming in now will be Bing Gilliam, 6'5", be a senior this year from Woodrow Wilson, getting from Division II offers. As Pallotta will drive in, tough reverse layup. Wow, what a move that time by him, able to get the English on that to lay it up and through. And now it's an 8-5 lead for Team Red. They'll dribble over left side, cut off is Jones. He'll step back, go for 3, no good off the back iron. Rebound knocked loose, taken away by the red team. Rebound was by Angier. Now they'll get it over right side. 3 on the way. No good, short. Rebounded by Schmidt. And Schmidt will bring it back up the right side. Gets it into the corner. Wide open 3 on the way. No good and short that time. Coming back the other way will be Team Red as Sizona looking to set up. Nice split there between the double team. Gets all the way into the paint. Goes up the left hand. Can't get it, but tipped back up and in. Underneath by Tutt. Again, a 6'10", will be junior this year from Belfry, Kentucky. And now it is a 10-0 run for the red team with 13:50 to go here in the first half. Up top, driving in. Nice split that time as Jones gets all the way to the basket. Misses on the layup attempt, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And trying to stop this 10-0 run right now by Team Red. Free throw up and good for Jones. And again, counting free throws is 2 points in this contest as well. So 10-7 now in favor of the red team as they dump it down underneath. Nice shoulder into the paint. Now we get a whistle and a hold. And a strong move by Angier, getting himself in position. And it'll be red team's ball underneath. I should correct myself. As I said, we may have some of those issues. Again, Landry Pallotta is playing on the white team, while Aiden Ince is on the red team. Nice jumper from the left corner that time, as that'll increase the lead now 12-7 in favor of the red team. As they get it up top, Jones steps back, goes for 3 off the back iron, no good. Rebound, fought for underneath, knocked loose, and tough call, but last touched out of bounds by the white team. So that'll give it back over to Team Red, leading at 12-7 as Pallotta will check back into the contest. As exiting will be Caden Smallwood. Yes, as we said, most of these players wearing similar or the same number on the back of their jerseys. So we're just trying to adjust as we move along here, and hopefully things will get to be a little bit more smooth here in the first couple of moments as that ball knocked loose and out of bounds. As Sizona had his pocket picked, but it'll stay with red team. So we're down to 11:45 remaining here in the first half. So it'll be inbounded underneath by Ben Gilliam. Gilliam finds his man underneath Ngeyer, and Ngeyer drives to the center. Tough fadeaway jumper from the free throw line, no good, but we're going to get a whistle and a push against the white team, and that'll send Ngeyer to the free throw line. Again, he's a 6'9", will be senior this year from Beckley Prep, getting looked at by Akron University. Ngeyer sinks the free throw. Again, free throw worth 2 points. It'll be 14-7 now in favor of the red team. Again, if you're just joining us, these will be 2 20-minute halves with a running clock through both. And we will have 3 games for you today. This is game number 1. As Schmidt dribbles into the corner, can't find an opening, has it knocked loose and out of bounds by Tutt. So it'll stay with the white team. Again, they jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but since then it's been all red team on a 14-2 run. As Jones being doubled, now finds a little crease, puts up a left-handed floater, no good, but gets his own rebound back, lobs it into the corner for Schmidt. Schmidt steps back, takes a 3 right in front of Gilliam and buries it. Again, nice job that time by Chandler Schmidt, able to find the range with Gilliam all over him. He cuts the deficit down to 14-10. Dribbling into the right corner. Tough step back 3 on the way. Short. Rebound taken away by Jones. That time Tutt couldn't find it. Now they get it up ahead. Pass knocked away and Tutt takes it back. Here he comes. The Belfry prospect drives in, gets underneath, can't finish on the layup. Rebound taken back by the red team, but now stolen away by Isaiah Harrison. We've hit the midway point of the first half. Lob up ahead and out of bounds, and looked like shaken up just a little bit on the play was Jerome Baya, but appears to be fine. The ball will go back over to the red team as Aiden Ince will inbound. As Jorium Sizona, 6'3" Beckley Prep prospect, gets it in underneath, and a missed dunk attempt by Ngeyer, but fouled on the way up, and that'll send him to the free throw line to shoot 2. Or I should say 1 to count for 2 here today. So we are here for the Future Edge Recruiting Camp, brought to you by Video Productions here this afternoon. As free throw off the back iron, no good that time by Ngeyer. Rebound taken away by Team White as here comes Harrison. Dribbles to the right side, now back out to Pilata. He pump fakes, goes for 3, no good off the back iron, and rebounded easily by Gillum. As we hit 9 minutes to go in the first half. 4-point lead for the red team. Top of the key, nice move by Ince, frees himself up from the top of the key and buries a 3 as Aiden Ince gets himself on the board again. Will be a junior this year. Looks as if he's going now to Beckley Prep and is getting some D1 interest. Now a tough double team in the corner that time by Alajiki and Ince, nearly forcing the turnover as Pilata had to throw it off a pair of red team members that time to maintain possession. Hairston gets it up top for Smallwood. Now onto the low block for Baya. Baya back out to Smallwood. He'll penetrate in. Finds Pilata cutting the basket. Can't throw it down. Good defense, though, by Ngeyer coming over to contest. Now up ahead. Getting free is Sizona, and he'll lay it in. And now the red team's lead has ballooned to 19-10 with 8 minutes remaining in the first half of action. Smallwood over on the left wing. Bringing a double team on him. Now he penetrates in, kicks it out, top of the key. Pump fake by Baya. Looks like maybe it was a piece of it taken by the red team, but they're going to say last touched out of bounds by the white team. So back over to Team Red to get it up ahead to Ince quickly. Ince in transition goes up and under, but can't finish. Rebounded though underneath and put back up and in strongly by Ngeyer. Again, it's a great job by Baya coming over to contest on that up and under attempt, but no one else was home to try and take away the rebound, and now the red team's lead has swelled to 11. Now here's Schmidt. He'll go for a step-back 3, and Chandler Schmidt hits his second 3 of the contest, cut the lead down to 8. They dump it off underneath, and Baya came flying by, and now here comes Pilata in for the block after the fact on Ngeyer, but we get a whistle and a foul on that attempt, so that'll send Ngeyer to the free throw line. So we now are falling under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Ngeyer will get a free throw attempt here. Again, it'll only be 1 attempt for him. And off the back iron, no good, but rebounded underneath by the red team, as that is Alajiki who got it back, dumps it off underneath, and there's Ngire to finish. Again, couldn't do it at the line, but able to get it on the right block and go up strong to finish, and the lead back up to 10. Jones, top of the key, finds a little opening, gets in and puts up that soft lefty runner as Davy Jones gets another bucket here as he had the first 5 points of the game, now picks up another 2. 23-15, red team. Left side for Alajiki, now driving in as Ngire has his pocket picked by Baya. Baya looking up ahead for Smallwood. Smallwood lobs it back, but not in time as Baya came in late and it's stolen by Alajiki. Out ahead to Gilliam. Drives in underneath, kicks it out to Ince. Ince back over to Gilliam and out of bounds. Those two were teammates at Woodrow Wilson High School this past year, but unable to find each other on that attempt. Now we get a substitution as checking back in will be Thomas Tutt for Belfry, and that'll give Ngire a breather. Now here's Jones looking to slice into this lead a little bit more, but misses off the front of the iron. Rebound taken away by Alajiki. He'll drive in, able to sidestep a charge attempt, and now stolen away by Smallwood. Now here comes Peralta, slam dunk, as he got free and rocked it home, and the lead now down to 6 with 5:25 to go in the first half. I doubt that'll be the last bit of that action we'll see here tonight. Again, you saw it in some of the 4-on-3 drills they were doing just prior to the start of the contest. Again, a lot of great lobs and a lot of dunks early on in that game. Now 3 from the left wing, no good by Alajiki. Rebounded though, nice no-look pass to Gilliam as he's fouled on the way up and will go to the line. It's Tutt. Great job locating where his man was and fed it well, and now that'll get 2 free throw attempts for Gilliam. Williams free throw, no good off the back rim, but another offensive rebound going back up and putting it in is Alajiki as he gets another 2. Again, we mentioned some of his offers. Some of his other offers were New Mexico, Oral Roberts, North Carolina A&T, and Montana State, just to name a few. Jones gets it on the left block and goes up with that soft left hand and once again finishes. 25-19 now, red team. As Alajiki cuts inside, we get a whistle and a charge call on him as Baya holds his ground. And we'll give it back to the white team, trying to get this down to a 4 or 3-point deficit on this trip, as the red team dominated primarily most of the action ever since the start of this game after falling behind 5-0, but the white team has started to inch back into this. We are now under 4 minutes to go in the first half, and now they're going to stop the clock momentarily just to get some of the sweat puddles from that charge cleaned up underneath the basket. We'll have a brief halftime here as well once we get there. Just give the players a moment to kind of regroup. As we said, it's just non-stop action, no timeouts, no anything here. Running clock will only stop for injuries or needing to clean up the court for any reason. It appears they've gotten everything wiped clean now, and we're about set to go back to action here as we're closing in on the final couple of minutes of the first half of the first game here today. Again, 3 games on tap. Each one of these teams will play each other, or will play twice today. So I believe the winner of this game will stay up and take on the team that's awaiting now on the sideline. But again, all these players and all these teams coming from close to the same area. We do have a couple, such as Jaden Nervous, I believe will be in the next game, from Moravian. You also get a couple from a few other areas like Shady Spring as Jones drives in and he'll draw a foul. And they'll call that on the floor, so the white team will inbound from underneath their own basket. Caden Smallwood will trigger it in, get it in deep for Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt now back to Jones, drives in left side, had it knocked away as it hits the top of the basket support, and it'll go back over to the red team. So 6-point edge for Team Red, 3:17 remaining here in the first half. As Alajiki looks inside, lobs it up ahead, but too far underneath, but Ngire stays with it goes back up, lays it in right in the front, and now the lead back up to 8. As Pilata trying to catch defense napping, gets back, steps back, takes a tough three, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound taken away underneath by Tutt. Tutt up against Hairston, drives in on him, goes over the left hand, counted, and the foul for Thomas Tutt. Strong move against Hairston, who's a big kid and a tough kid in his own right. We saw him at Greater Beckley Christian this past year in high school, just really dominating a lot of the competition on the interior. That was a very strong move by Thomas Tutt. 29-19 now in favor of the red team. Jones steps back, takes a tough jumper, and able to bury it again. This kid showing why he's got so many offers and so much athletic promise wherever he may end up at in the next year. As Alajiki tries to drive in, looks like he had a piece of him caught on the way to the basket, and they're going to say on the floor, so Gilliam will inbound from underneath his own basket. Gets it into Alajiki. He'll take a quick trigger three. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded underneath by Smallwood as we're down to 1:55 to go in the first half. Or Schmidt rather with the rebound. Now he'll drive into the center. Kicks it out to Hairston. Hairston, he's got this range, and there it is. Again, Isaiah Hairston able to connect on a triple. We've seen the big guy step out and be able to bury the outside shot too, as well as the inside. And there's another three for him as ball lost out of bounds by the red team, and it'll go back over to the white team, trailing it by 5. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. Jones stutter steps, penetrates in, trying to split a double team and going to get a travel on him. So that'll give it back over to the red team as they look to get the ball back quickly here. And trying to maximize as many possessions as they can as Ince over to the right side, almost with his pocket picked and able to knock it away from Jones. And they're going to say last touched, it appears, by Ince on that play. We hit 1 minute to go in the first half. Smallwood, nice stutter step move, gets all the way in as he's able to beat Gilliam to the bucket. And now the lead down to 3 with 50 seconds to go here in the opening half. Over left side, Tutt fakes a three, takes it into the left corner. Now Tutt dribbles in, cut off, turnaround jumper, and Tutt able to get the soft touch off the front of the iron. 35 seconds to go, 31-26 here in the first half. Jones takes a high arching three and banks it in. Oh, he even smiles about that as he goes back up the court. He knows he didn't necessarily call bank that time, but it does cut the lead down, 31-26 underneath the Gilliam. He tries to go up with the left hand and able to beat Pilata with it as he gets himself another two. We're down to 10 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Jones, pump fakes, trying to find an opening. Gave up his dribble, now heaves up a shot. Can't bank that in with 2 seconds left in the half. As Ince won't attempt to beat three, and that'll do it for the first half of action. So we'll take, looks like an 8-minute break here to get everybody settled and get everybody relaxed again and ready to go for another 20 minutes. So I'll tell you what, we'll step aside here for just a moment, and when we come back, we'll be ready to go with half number 2 as you are watching the Future Edge Recruiting Camp brought to you today by Video Productions. 31-26 red team as we get ready to start the second half. Chris Kidd with you with Joe and Robbie Mounts with us. Again, Joe on camera, Robbie engineering today with Zane Townsend, and Butch Mounts also on camera today. You know, we actually put Butch to work today. It's about time, too. So now here we go as the white team will open up possession in the second half, trailing by 5 as Schmidt, top of the key with against Alajiki, over right side. Jones, who had a nice first half, step back jumper, will go for 3 off the side of the backboard. Rebound tipped by Tutt and controlled by him. So here comes the red team, looking to maintain this lead. As up top, Sizona gets it over. Alajiki will jack up a 3 and count it for him, as he's got another 3 under his belt and the lead back up to 8. Driving in underneath, knocked loose. Saved though up front. Smallwood will go for 3. Can't get the friendly bounce and rebounded underneath. I should correct myself. That's Cole Chapman, excuse me, for the white team. A step back jumper, no good. Rebound taken away underneath by Baya. Jones looks up ahead. Pass intercepted by Ngaire, but traveled with it after the fact. You can apologize to Cole Chapman that time. As we said, we've got same numbers on some of these teams, and just trying to shake out some of the cobwebs here. Again, we were trying to figure that out prior to the contest, but it's just a situation that's at hand right now as they get it underneath for Baya, and it looks like he's fouled on the way up. So he'll go see if it goes to the line here. It appears he will to shoot 1, and again, Chapman, who we just mentioned, again, will be a 6'1" sophomore at Shady Spring High School this upcoming year. It's high arching free throw, falls through for Baya. And again, free throw, only 1 free throw attempt with the running clock here, but the free throw attempt will count for 2 points, so 34-28, red team. They kick it over to Tutt. Tutt on the right wing, now inside, finds his man cutting, and a whistle, and it appears to be a foul here as Ngaire tried to get to the basket. So he'll go to the line to shoot 1. Getting Ngaire, 6'9", will be a senior this year at Beckley Prep. Saw him earlier this year whenever we were up here for a couple of events. And again, very skilled player, very athletic, missing on that free throw attempt. Rebounded by Jones. He'll dribble up the left side, now cuts to the middle. Trying to find an opening, put up that little floater, and there it is again. Again, he's got such a soft touch. He's able to get some easy buckets off that. Now a nice steal underneath by Chapman. Tried to shovel it inside and would get a foul as Plata will go to the free throw line. That's great anticipation by Cole Chapman that time. And able to get that steal, and now a chance to cut this to 1 possession on this free throw, and Plata unable to do so. 17 minutes to go here in the second half. Again, it's game 1 of 3 today. Alajiki gets it over left side. 3 on the way for Ngaire, no good. Gilliam fights for the rebound and able to take it away, but finds his man Ngaire, and he gets the bucket and the foul. Again, they won't go to the free throw line for it, but they will count the bucket. So 36-30 now in favor of the red team, and great hustle play by Ben Gilliam in order to set up Ngaire, who alertly cut to the basket that time to get the easy 2. Plata will bring it up. He'll give it over to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt up against Aiden Ince on the right side. Pulls up for 3, and that's the 3rd 3 of the game now for Chandler Schmidt. And Cabell Midland High School prospect, will be a junior this year, and he's now got his team back to within 4. Over to Alajiki. He'll take a 3 from the left corner, and he'll connect again. That's his second 3 of the game, 40-33. In favor of the red team, 15:50 to go in this contest. They swing it over. Jones stutter steps, gets inside, and he's fouled from behind. They'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1. Try and draw this back to a 2-possession game. And Jones unable to convert on the free throw. Rebound taken away underneath by Tutt. He'll give it off now. Alajigi dribbles in, steps back, right elbow jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped out by Baya, taken by Pilata. Here he comes, looking for numbers, but instead he'll pull up for three. No good. Long rebound, though, comes out to Hairston. Into the corner for Smallwood, or Schmidt, rather, and Schmidt will knock down another three. That's his fourth three of the game now. 40-36 red team. Gilliam, spin move on Hairston, gets it out to Alajiki. He'll put up a three, this time short with it, and rebounded by Jones. So a chance to get this to one possession now for the white team. Jones probing, finds himself inside, nice over the back pass, and finds Pilata, who puts it in. And now all of a sudden, what was an 11-point lead for the red team earlier in this contest has now shrunk to 2. 14:30 remaining in the second half. Three on the way left side, too strong by Tutt. Rebound comes out to Baya. A chance to tie or take the lead here for the white team. They led it 5-0 at the beginning, but ever since then, the red team has led the entire way. Three from the corner, no good. Baya goes up and tried to put Aiden Ince on a poster that time, but couldn't grab a hold of the ball, or else that might have been a really electric slam by Baya, but instead he'll draw the foul and go to the free throw line. Again, we mentioned Baya, 6'9", be a sophomore out of Tays Valley, getting looked at and offered from Oregon, Illinois, Virginia Tech, and Temple. And you imagine a lot of these offers will continue to grow over the next year or two for a lot of these prospects. Now coming over is Justin Dempsey to try and clean up some of the sweat area after that fall as they stop the clock momentarily for that. So we're frozen at 13:44 at the moment as Baya's free throw high arching and gets it to fall, and now we got on a brand new game. At 40-40 again, they gave the points. Okay, now they fixed it on the scoreboard. They kick it out. Ince, he'll go for three, left wing, almost banked it in. Gilliam with the rebound, kicks it back up top. Wide open look on the way. Too strong. Rebounded though by Ince underneath. Keeps the possession alive. Cutting inside is Sizona, but charge called as Baya stands his ground yet again and draws another charge in this game. We approach 13 minutes to go now in the second half. These players kind of taking a look at the wet spot underneath the basket at the moment. And it appears that one of the sweepers kind of lost the attachment to it, as Mr. Dempsey now will reattach it and go back to work here. Again, Justin Dempsey, head coach of Beckley Prep in Jesus Name West Virginia Ball Club. So a lot of these players are his players that he's had for the last couple of years, and always does a terrific job getting his players exposure, trying to get them recruited, and has been able to do so very effectively over the years. And has built quite the program at Beckley Prep since he's been there. Now we're ready to go back to action with a score of 40-40. And white team with the ball. Jones will walk it up the left side. Looking for their first lead since the first couple of minutes of this contest. As Jones steps back now, trying to find a little opening. And now able to split a double team, gets over to the left side, finds himself matched up on Sizona. Now gets a screen from Baya, goes inside, kicks it out. Good look, but Pilata pump fakes on Tutt, drives baseline, and fouled from behind. Nice job setting that up by Davy Jones the entire possession, and Pilata with a strong take, able to get himself to the free throw line. And there's the first lead since the very early stages for this team white. And they lead at 42-40 with 12-12 remaining in the second half. Over the right side, stolen by Baya. Now he's on a run out, gets up ahead and misses on the dunk attempt. Rebound taken back by Ngayer. And Geyer drives in right side, gets all the way into the rack, and that is a big 4-point swing right there, as now we have an all-even game once again at 42 apiece. I think Baya heard footsteps behind him that time, which made him a little antsy going up. He didn't seem to quite get up the way he's normally able to get up. Now on the other end, white team looking to retake the lead as Jones, tough layup attempt, no good. Rebound taken away, up ahead to Gilliam. He'll go up and he'll put it in to give the red team the lead back at 44-42. Now we'll get a substitute as Baya will check out and Cole Chapman will check back into the game. Him from Spring Valley High School. Harrison will bring it up himself, up the right side. Going up against Gilliam, gets into the center. Nice dump off for Jones. Trying to find some room against Geyer and somehow squeezed his way free over to the right block and able to lay it in. And great move there by Davy Jones in there against Geyer, who's got a few inches on him, but still was able to take it all the way in. Tie this game back up at 44 apiece, and now possession will stay with the red team. Gets it into Sizona. Now down to Geyer. Tough turnaround shot. Good defense by Jones, but Tutt gets the rebound. Tutt goes back up with a hook shot. Can't get it to fall. Here comes Pilata up the right side. Pilata cut off by Gilliam. Now back out for Schmidt, and again, going to have to get out on him if you're the red team. He's already knocked down 4 threes today, looking for a 5th. Nice defense, though, by Ince that time. Jones tried to sidestep and ended up getting stripped by Tutt. Here he comes 2-on-1. Tutt takes it in and lays it up, and the foul. Again, won't be a 3-point play opportunity, but Tutt does finish. And now, actually, they are giving the 3-point play now in absentia. So if it is an N1, they're just giving the free throw to the team. So that is a 3-point play. And now 47-44 in favor of the red team. Harrison steps back. He's knocked down 1 3 today, but can't get this one. Nice rebound by Chapman inside. Out to Schmidt. Goes for 3. This time he can't find the mark, and rebounded by Sizona. Up ahead to Alajiki. He'll drive in right side. Nice stutter step and able to get in for the dunk. Again, looked like he faked Davy Jones out that time. He looked like he was going to step into the center. Instead, jab stepped over to the left and was able to get free for that easy dunk. And now the lead back up to 5 for the red team. 9-10 to go in the second half. Schmidt tries to get inside, has it knocked away as Tutt has been everywhere now on defense all of a sudden. Gets in, tough shot, no good. Rebounded though by Schmidt. Schmidt gets into the front court, doesn't have the numbers, kicks it into the corner though. There's Harrison for 3, off the side of the rim, rebounded by Gilliam. His outlet pass almost knocked away by Pilata. Now finds Tutt. Tutt able to split the defense, and Thomas Tutt with another lay-in. He's got a big second half going for himself right now and has given the red team a 7-point lead. It's a 7-0 run ever since the white team tied things up at 44. Schmidt over to the right. Gets a screen from Harrison. Now dumps it into Pilata. Pilata pump fakes on a 3, drives in baseline and rejected by Geyer, who comes flying in out of nowhere. It's another great defensive play as Tutt and Geyer have just been outstanding on defense here today. Once again, a little bit of a wet spot after the body hit the ground. The clock stops with 8:05 remaining in the second half. Again, this game 1 of a triple header here today from Greater Beckley Christian High School. The winner will stay up to take on the next opponent. And the team that is sitting out right now will take part in the last 2 games, as the loser of this game will take part in the 3rd game against them as they kick it into the corner. Chapman, he'll go for 3, no good off the front of the rim, and rebounded by Geyer. He'll get it to Alajiki. Now the ends on the right side, gets it underneath for Geyer. Geyer turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded off the front of the rim by Harrison. Lobs it up ahead. Pilata gets in deep, tough layup attempt though, and couldn't finish. Rebounded by Alajiki. Up ahead, Ince. He's a big shooter from the outside, but can't get this one to fall. Rebounded by Baya. Outlet pass for Pilata. White team trying to close into this gap once again. Can't finish, but Baya does on the inside. He comes flying in and throws it down with two hands. Again, he said, I didn't get up a moment ago. He left no doubt that time. As the big man gets a thunderous slam to cut the lead to 5. Alajiki, tough fadeaway three, no good. Rebounded by Schmidt up ahead. Pilata gets behind the defense and he'll lay it in. So now quick 4-point spurt by the white team to cut it to a 3-point deficit. Inside pass knocked away. Here comes Pilata back with it. Pilata, right side, stutter steps, drive in on Alajiki and a charge called. So wipe it out. If that had been a block, that would have tied the game up with the given and one. But instead, Alajiki draws a big-time charge, and now it stays a 3-point lead for the red team as we are down to 6:27 to go in the second half. Now they clean up the small puddle underneath after the charge and ready to go once again. Ince, top of the key, dribbles over, steps into a three, and Aiden Ince able to connect. In 6'5", going to be a junior this year. Aiden Ince with a big bucket there. Schmidt looks to answer him on the other end, and Chandler Schmidt with Ince right in his face still able to hit. He's got 5 threes today, and now the lead back to 3. Nice take there by Saizona and knocked off his knee and out of bounds, so it'll go back over to the white team. 5:40 to go on the running clock here in the second half. We are rapidly reaching the conclusion of game number 1. Schmidt looks down low, finds Baya. Baya tries to muscle his way in on Alajiki, but Alajiki able to knock it out of bounds. So it'll stay with the white team. Gets it into Baya. Baya goes back to work on Alajiki, but instead they're going to call him for an offensive foul. And Alajiki been big now on the defensive end. Him and Tutt have really been outstanding here in the last several minutes as Tutt got a quick breather and now back into the game. Up top with it, Saizona over to the right side. Alajiki doing a lot of showmanship up top, and there he finishes it off with a step back three. Again, great dribbling, froze the defender, and was able to step back and nail that three to increase the lead back to 6 as Jones able to penetrate in, draw the foul. Chance to cut this back to a 4-point deficit with 4:20 now remaining on the running clock. Harrison will go to the bench as Pilata ready to check back in for the stretch run here. And free throw rolls in and out, no good. Here comes Alajiki, nice move, quick step inside, can't finish, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot one. And he's found a great extra step and extra energy here in the last couple of minutes. And it's really taken over on both ends of the floor. Down to 3:40 to go in the second half. Alajiki's free throw off the back iron, no good. Tutt got the offensive rebound, but they call him for a push-off. And that'll give it back over to the white team, trailing by 6. Chapman across the timeline, dribbles to the right, gets it to Schmidt. Schmidt up against Ince again, creates a little separation and hits again. My goodness, Chandler Schmidt. It's just been raining threes all afternoon long. That's his 6th one, and now a turnover by the red team gives it back to the white team with 3 minutes to go in the second half and a 3-point lead for the red team. Jones looking to go to work on Tutt, steps back, Tutt stays with him, cross-court pass, finds Chapman, able to cut inside, nobody there, and layup is good by Cole Chapman. And now we've got a 1-point game with 2:43 to go. Tutt, top of the key, gives it off to Ince. Ince picked up by Schmidt. Ince looking for separation of his own, but can't find it. Off to Alajiki. He's had the hot hand on both ends, trying to penetrate. Gets inside, dumps it off for Gilliam. Goes up strong, and he's absolutely walloped on the way up. And that'll send him to the free throw line to shoot one. That was one that all three players going up knew there was going to be a lot of contact on that. And Gilliam able to handle the punishment. And free throw is good, so that pushes the lead up to 3 as Ngier. We'll check in for Gilliam here for the final 1:53 and running on the clock here. Now here's Schmidt. At the moment, Ince being very concerned with him. Again, Ince has stayed with him well, but Schmidt's made several very contested threes, and now they're even bringing Tutt out to shadow him. Nice fake, going up 3 on the way, and we're all even as Davy Jones able to bury one and tie this game up yet again. Down to 1:20 to go here in the second half as Alajiki tries to get inside on Pallotta. Now looks, gets it over to Tutt. Tutt will take a 3, no good off the back rim. Rebounded by Schmidt. 1:10 to go. Schmidt up ahead, thought about stopping for a 3, instead goes into the left corner for Pallotta. Pallotta drives in on Alajiki, puts up the soft right-hander, and now the white team with exactly 1 minute to go has taken a 61-59 lead. Again, running clock in this game, so we are coming right down to the end here. No timeouts as Alajiki into the front court, into the center. He'll take the 3 for the lead, and he gets it back for the red team. 40 seconds to go. 62-61. Here comes Davy Jones. Will he try and hold for one here and put the game in his hands? Down to 26 seconds. He drives in on Tutt. Can't get it to roll in. Rebound knocked loose. Baya couldn't control it. Now here comes Tutt with 20 seconds. Tutt drives in. Fouled on the way up as Baya caught up to him, but hammered him on the way to the basket. And now he'll get a free throw as the clock will stop now with under a minute to go on free throw attempts. And a 1-point lead for the red team with 17 seconds to go. Again, one free throw will count for 2 points should he make it. Again, Tutt really exerted himself defensively here today, and you can see some of the exhaustion on his face, and couldn't hit the free throw. So now here comes the white team, a chance to win it on this possession. 12 seconds to go. 1-point lead for the red team, as Jones will handle it himself. Down to 5 seconds. He'll go one-on-one with Tutt with 3. Drives inside, puts it up, counted at the buzzer, and Davy Jones wins game number 1 for the white team, 63-62. They'll call it an and 1 at the end. So the final score will be 64-62. And what an opening game here at the Future Edge recruiting camp here at Greater Beckley Christian High School. We've got 2 more on hand for you today, and if it's anything close to what we just saw in game 1, we're going to have a heck of an afternoon here in Beckley, West Virginia. So while we get set for game number 2, we'll take a brief break and be back for the start of game 2 right after this, as the white team defeats the red team 64-62. You're watching the Future Edge recruiting camp with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Start of game number 2 here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, Joe Mounts, and Zane Townsend, our cameraman, along with Butch Mounts, as we are underway with the white team that won just a moment ago staying up, and Baya gets himself started off quickly as he hits a turnaround, all even at 2 apiece. Into the front court comes Dominic Schmidt, brother of Chandler Schmidt. Dribbles in, laws it up for Bowl Cure, and Bowl Cure gets his first bucket of the game. Again, he's 7'3" out of Belfry High School, just going to be a junior this year. So 4-2 the score right away, as out front is Davy Jones, who had the game-winning basket just moments ago to win the first contest. Puts up the jumper, can't get it to bank in. Rebound knocked loose and out of bounds, and it'll stay here with the white team, it appears, the official said. Well, now it's going to be switched and given back over to the red team as Caden Smallwood out of Greater Beckley Christian High School. And thus far committed to West Virginia Wesleyan. Still will have a couple more seasons at Greater Beckley as he'll take a 3 from the corner. No good. Rebounded underneath. Gone back up with it. Can't finish. Ball knocked loose, and Chandler Schmidt comes away with it. That was Jaden Nervous on the other end. That's 3 from Chandler Schmidt. This time off the mark. Didn't see many of those misses in game number 1. He was on fire from the outside. Now Jaden Nervous drives in, gets it off to Cure. Bowl Cure goes up, and right there, the size and athleticism of the 7'3" big man comes into play as he's got a couple buckets already, and 6-2 red team. So again, we are at the start of game number 2 of 3. And the red team that was just defeated will take on the team that's currently the red team in the last game. Now there's a steal, driving in the left side, floater up, no good that time, as Braden Chapman from Shady Spring tried to take it all the way in. Now on the other end, driving in, cut off, kicking it out to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt trying to find himself free on the right wing, now dribbles in, kicks it out. Thought about a 3 momentarily. Now a tough jumper put up by Chapman. Can't get it to fall. Rebound taken out by Dominic Schmidt. And Cabell Midland, player, a team that really had a great turnaround this season, and unfortunately didn't get their opportunity at the state tournament. And Bowl Cure steps back and hits the deep 2. So the big man doing it all thus far here in the early going. He even saw some oohs and ahs on that one whenever he stepped back and knocked down that jumper. So the big man showing he's more than just size inside. He's also got the range too. 8-2 now. The red team leads it. Pilata on the baseline, trying to find himself free. Gets it to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt steps back out, now over to the right side, trying to force his way in. Now no-look pass for Brown. He throws it down on Cure. Oh my goodness, and 1 for Jerome Bauer, and even Cure has to give a wry smile as he heads back to the other end. As you see everyone in the gym reacting to that slam, and you see it here again on our Video Productions Instant Replay. Again, Cure got there, but Baya just got up higher than Cure could get and able to throw it down as Dominic Schmidt hits a 3 on the other end to up the lead back to 6, but you can still hear the gym buzzing after that Baya throwdown a second ago. Again, Baya's at 6'9" and Cure at 7'3", as there's a nice little leaner inside by Davy Jones. Again, as we talked about, he's just got such good penetrating ability and able to finish with that soft touch at the rim. Chapman goes inside, and Bowl Cure able to answer back as he throws down a one-hander, and the lead back up to 6 for the red team. Again, we saw this white team fall behind pretty much throughout the entire game against the red team last time, but able to win it at the buzzer, and there is an and 1 by Davy Jones, and that time going with the offhand with the right hand and able to finish. He continues to show why he's being looked at by teams from Oregon, Houston, Auburn, Louisville, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Illinois, and Maryland, and likely quite a few more as he's just going into his senior season this year out of the Teays Valley area. We're under 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Driving in is Smallwood, steps back, can't find the opening, gives it off to Nervous. Nervous tries to penetrate at his pocket, picked momentarily by Chapman, but Nervous able to get it back. Kicks it over left side for Smallwood, now along the left baseline, driving in. Tough shot up and good by Jordan McInnes. McInnes, 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, getting some D2 offers and D1 interest. It's a good finish, and speaking of D1, here's Davy Jones yet again, able to get all the way in on the left side. Quickly back the other way, layup attempt blocked, but underneath is Cure, and he's able to lay it in. 17-12 now in favor of the red team as the outlet pass knocked away and last touched by Jones. Jones and a buddy underneath the basket end up exchanging a little bit of a slap fight after that, just joking with each other. Jones tried to point out, "You see him? He hit me." That's 3 on the way from the left side, no good and off the mark that time for Braden Chapman, out of bounds, as it'll go back over to the white team, trailing it by 5. They inbound it to Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt also was a quarterback at Cabell Midland High School last season. Hoping to get a chance to this fall or maybe even in the spring, depending on what gets decided on that, as there's a steal, but what a save by Schmidt. Over to Baya. Baya gives it out to Pilata, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. So he'll go to the line to shoot one. Again, if you weren't with us for game number 1, they only shoot 1 free throw because of the running clock, and 1 free throw counts for 2 points if you make it. As Pilata puts it up and gets it to go. Again, Pilata 6'7" out of the Taze Valley area. Gets it out. 3 on the way for Chapman. No good. Rebound fought for him. Baya comes up with it. He'll give it off for Jones. Jones in the front court. Looking underneath. Finds Schmidt. Schmidt tries to corral the ball, but instead gets fouled on the way up. And that'll send him to the free throw line. It's 17-14 in favor of the red team, and a chance for Schmidt to cut it to 1 here on this free throw. So he said he had 6 3-pointers in the last game to help the white team preserve the win, and gets this free throw to go and the lead down to 1. So once again, feels like the red team has been dictating play, but the white team just continues to hang around. Is Nervous, steps back for a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Jones underneath, and a foul as Baya was boxing out Cure, and they're going to get Cure for the foul, it appears. You have to figure the white team be a little fatigued after that first game, even with the running clock. As Jones drives in, trying to find the crease against Nervous, steps back, goes to the jumper, no good off the back iron, and Bowl Cure preserves the rebound. Up ahead they go. Now McInnes over to the right side. Tough step back jumper. No good, but there's Cure underneath. 7'3" big man trying to go back up, but had his pocket picked by Schmidt. Up ahead to Pilata. Pilata drives in underneath against Smallwood. Back to Schmidt. Tough turnaround shot, and Schmidt able to power it up and in as he gets another 2. And the lead now goes back over to the white team by 1 as Nervous finds an opening on the left side. Can't hit the mid-range jumper. Cure gets the rebound. Cure feeds it off to Nervous. This time he does finish. Has a nice cut to the basket that time. Gives the red team a 1-point lead back. And it looks like Dominic Schmidt checking back into the game, and Bowl Cure going to go get a much-deserved rest after a lot of hard work in the first 9.5 minutes of this ball game. They get it up top for Hairston. Hairston gets a screen, steps back, and he'll bury the 3. And we told you in the other game that he can step back and knock down that jumper, and he does so yet again here as Schmidt gets it over. Smallwood goes for 3 to answer back, can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Chapman. Up ahead, now Pilata gets behind everyone and puts it down with one hand. It's now a 4-point lead for the white team, 23-19. We hit the midway point of the first half. Dominic Schmidt tries to step back but can't find the crease. Now lobs it back up top. McInnes thinking about it. Now he will go for 3 off the front of the rim, no good, and rebounded by Baya. Now they find Jones up ahead, drives in hard and takes the foul and the punishment from McGinnis. Now we see here on our instant replay, again, Pallotta getting behind everyone, just nothing Nervous could do on that play but be nervous. Yes, that pun's for free, folks. He gets the slam dunk to fall. And the lead stands at 4. Now a chance to increase it to 6 here as Jones gets the free throw to roll home. Now it looks like Jones is going to go and get a little breather. Might have had the wind knocked out of him with that collision with McGinnis a second ago. So we'll see how long he elects to stay out here as we hit 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half. 6-point lead for the white team as Dominic Schmidt shows his athleticism again, just a freshman this past year, and he turned a lot of heads in the AAA ranks with his guard play as he gets that bucket to go. Only going to be a sophomore next year. Hairston drives in hard, and we get a whistle and a foul as he'll go to the free throw line to shoot one. Again, Harrison still with his senior season upcoming at Greater Beckley Christian High School, and you know, the night before everything was shut down back in March, Video Productions was here for that regional final that Hairston and his club were able to win, and then the next day was when the rulings came down to close down the season for the time being. So it would have been interesting to see how they would have finished along with so many other teams this year. But Harrison will have another shot coming back for his senior year. He's driving in. Ball deflected by Hairston out of bounds as Braden Chapman tried to find an opening. The Shady Spring High School prospect. Now he gets it in the corner. He'll go for 3, no good short, but McGinnis able to come in and tear the rebound back, and Jordan McGinnis able to get his first bucket again, 6'8". And he will be a senior this upcoming year with Greater Beckley Christian. 25-23 now in favor of the white team. It's bounced pass down low for Baya. Going up against McGinnis. Baya trying to body his way in. He and McGinnis slamming into each other. Now Baya goes up. Can't convert, but he'll go to the free throw line. We fall under 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Jones ready to come back in, as well as Cure after a couple of minutes of break, as Pallotta will go out. And it looks as if Smallwood will go out for the red team. Baya's free throw, high arching free throw, and swishes it through. 27-23 now white team, 7 minutes to go in the first half. That's Dominic Schmidt. Right side, steps back, tough 3, and couldn't get it to fall as he and Chapman both went nearly into the bleachers that time after that attempt. As they'll say, ball was knocked out of bounds and will stay with the red team, trailing by 4. Schmidt looks to go inside to Cure, had it poked away, and now here comes Hairston out with it. 2-on-1. Hairston goes up and under, and what a move. As he continues to show off his athletic ability from the inside and outside, and Hairston with another 2. Inside, Braden Chapman kicks into the corner for Nervous. His jumper too strong, rebounded into the right corner by McGinnis. Now up top, Braden Chapman kicks it over. Nervous finds himself open again, and this time he does bury the 3. So Jaden Nervous out of Moravian, 6'5", going into his junior year. We are down to 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. They get it over. Dominic Schmidt comes up with a steal, gets up ahead to Nervous. Nervous throws it down with the right hand. Again, gets himself another bucket. Again from Moravian. And now on the other end, Jones gets the dunk and points at Nervous as they come back down the other end. Again, a throwdown festival here in the last couple of moments from both clubs. As Nervous at top of the key. Takes it over the left side, looks inside for McGinnis. Down to 5 minutes to go in the first half. Now back out. Braden Chapman able to find Dominic Schmidt. And on the left corner, McGinnis. He'll find an open three, and he'll knock it down. So Jordan McGinnis now starting to feel it himself. So he's got a couple of buckets here in the last couple of minutes, and the lead swings back to the red team at 31-30. Davy Jones, nice behind the back dribble, able to control it, gets inside, tough shot, can't get the fall, but gets fouled on the offensive rebound. And that'll send him to the free throw line. Chance to give the white team the lead back here with 4:20 to go in the first half. Again, a running clock in both halves, unless it's under a minute to go, it appears. That was the only time we saw stoppage for anything non-sweat related on the floor. As Jones able to hit the free throw, and the lead swings back over to the white team at 32-31. It's another tight back and forth affair like we saw in the first game, as three wide open from the right corner and buried there as Braden Chapman gets it to go from Shady Spring High School. And the lead up to 2 now for the red team. Chandler Schmidt gets the screen, top of the key, drives in hard, has shot rejected, but fouled on the play. And that'll send Chandler Schmidt to the free throw line. Try and tie this game back up.
Somebody got guard somebody. I was letting him shoot. I know, I'm sorry.
Schmidt hits the free throw, ties the game up at 34, and if our microphones pick that up, then you know one fan's opinion on what's going on defensively in these games. Now here comes the red team back, still by Nervous. They look to get themselves the lead back into the corner. Pass thrown away as Schmidt wasn't able to get there in time to handle it, so now the white team with a chance to retake the lead. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half as Harrison waits and gets some instruction from the bench. Now gets over to Chandler Schmidt. Looks inside for Pilata. Pilata up against Volcure. Trying to find the baseline. Almost had his pocket picked by Dominic Schmidt. Now instead finds Chandler Schmidt for three, and this time short. Rebounded by Smallwood. Gets it up ahead to Dominic Schmidt. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Dominic Schmidt, fadeaway three from the right side. Again, he has such an unusual release sometimes. Looks like he's falling 4 or 5 feet backwards, but has total control of that shot and able to bury it as Pilata drives in hard on Cure. Can't get the bucket to go, but he'll go to the free throw line. Again, Dominic Schmidt, you can see a lot of uniqueness to his game even during the regular season, but you see he's wearing 2 different colored versions of the same shoe on his feet. And again, he and Chandler Schmidt playing against each other in this game, but brothers on Cabell Midland's squad in real life. And now Dominic Schmidt goes for another three, this time too strong off the back iron, rebounded by Pilata, but couldn't control it. Now it goes back over to Smallwood. Smallwood trapped underneath, able to draw the foul and go to the free throw line. It's now a 3-point lead for the red team as we close in on 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Smallwood's free throw up and can't get it to go, but Cure able to get inside for the rebound. He can't get the put back. Ball still loose, and Pilata able to come out of there with it. Davy Jones in the center, kicks it over to Harrison. He'll go for three in the tie. No good, but there's Schmidt there with the rebound. Here he comes up the center of the floor. Tried to get by Davis. Lost the ball, but it finds Nervous. He'll drive in and draw the contact and the foul. Nervous. Chance to increase this to a 2-possession lead as we're down to 50 seconds and running here in the first half. Nervous free throw, no good off the back rim. Rebound tipped loose, controlled by the white team. They get it over to Schmidt. Chandler Schmidt kicks it back out. Jumper on the way by Chapman, and he'll bury the three. So we're back to all square at 37 apiece. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Nervous will walk it up the left side. We'll see if the red team tries to hold this for one here. Nervous gets a screen into the left corner, cut off of 15 seconds. Now he'll lob it in for McGinnis. McGinnis, nice move on the left block, able to get himself free and get the easy two. We're down to 7 seconds. Schmidt up ahead for Jones. Jones with 2 seconds. He'll take a 3 to end the half, and just as he did, to end the ball game, in game one, hits the shot right at the buzzer to give the white team the lead this time, heading into intermission at 40-39. We'll step aside for a brief break and be back for the start of the second half right after this, as you are watching the Future Edge Recruiting Camp, brought to you by Video Productions.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent.
General Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Start of the second half here from Greater Beckley Christian High School here in the Future Edge Recruiting Camp. Brought to you by Video Productions. Chris Kidd with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, along with Zane Townsend and Joe Mounts, our cameraman, along with Butch Mounts, our cameraman, here today. It's been a beautiful day and great basketball thus far. We are halfway through as Harrison misses on the three. That'll create a run out from McGinnis. He'll lay it up, and that'll give the red team the lead back at 41-40. And I say midway point of today because we still got another game coming up next underneath the Baya. He finds himself free, no one back, and he throws down a thunderous two-handed slam. 42-41. Now in favor of the white team as they look to sweep both games they had today. Again in game one, able to get a layup at the buzzer and underneath Dominic Schmidt. What a find. Able to hit Bowl Cure for the dunk, and the lead goes back to the red team. But Davy Jones able to get a running layup to go and the foul at the buzzer in order to win game one, 64-62 for the white team. Now he steps back, goes for a tough three, no good off the back iron. Rebound comes down to McGinnis. Up ahead to Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt, nice jab step inside, but can't find anyone. Stolen away by Harrison. Harrison will drive in, bodies his man, gets to the left side, and gets the layup to go as the lead goes back over to the white team, 44-43. Now here comes Chapman. Tried to lob it inside for Cure, but Cure and him had a miscommunication that time, and the ball out of bounds over to the white team. Here comes Cole Chapman up the right side, drives baseline, feeds it off to Baya, and has it stripped by Cure. Now here comes Smallwood up ahead to McGinnis. He goes in, layup is good as he's able to beat Jones to the basket. And the lead swings back over to the red team, 45-44. And it is a running clock. So we're down to 18 minutes to go now in the contest. Nice move by Jones trying to find a crease, but now gives it off to Baya, back to Jones. Jones on the right side, gives it off to Baya underneath, and a reverse slam for Jerome Baez. He's rocked the rim several times here in this game, including one massive dunk over Bowl Cure. That's three-pointer no good, but there's Cure back on the right side, and he'll lay it up and in. So the lead swinging back and forth here in the early stages of the second half. 47-46 to the red team as Collada takes it right baseline, cut off well by Cure. Gets it back up top for Jones. Jones tries to dribble by Chapman, now probing into the middle, puts up a floater, no good, can't get the roll this time, and rebounded by Cure. Up ahead for Schmidt, nice no-look pass over to Smallwood, but his shot rejected underneath. Rebound by Dominic Schmidt, fadeaway three, no good, and Baya comes down with the rebound. Missed opportunity that time, up and under by Davis, no good, or by Jones rather, no good. It looks like got hit on the top of the head on the way to the basket. Just checking to see it. He's not bleeding right now. Thankfully appears to be okay. Now here's Jones with the free throw, up and good. And the lead goes back over to the white team, 48-47. Here comes Chandler Schmidt back into the game. Baya will get a breather. We're down to 16:25 remaining in the second half. Step back three on the way, no good that time. Braden Chapman had a decent look but couldn't convert. Up ahead to Harrison. Harrison, nice pump fake, got nervous, go flying by, but Harrison unable to finish underneath. Rebound knocked loose, stolen away. Cole Chapman had it but couldn't control it, and out of bounds over to the red team. Here comes Jaden Nervous into the front court. Drives in on Cole Chapman, lost it, but ends up finding Smallwood. Caden Smallwood from Greater Beckley Christian High School. Lobs it over. Braden Chapman takes it baseline. Nice bounce pass to Cure, and he'll put it down with two hands. Again, you just have a difficult time stopping him when he gets in that close, and the lead back over to the red team by one. Chandler Schmidt over to Harrison. He'll stop and pop a three. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by Smallwood. So now the red team trying to increase this 1 point lead over to Nervous. Nervous got free, couldn't finish, but there's Bowl Cure yet again and able to put it up. As he gets another bucket here today as he's well into double figures in this contest. 51-48. Now here's Schmidt, gets himself free for three, no good. Hit 6 of those in the first game, but Chandler Schmidt's been unable to connect in the second game thus far as Smallwood goes for three from the right wing, no good. Pure with the rebound over to Nervous, and now the red team has started to take over on the interior without Baya in the game, and quickly he gets back up off the bench and back into the contest as Jones will take a brief breather. 53-48 in favor of the red team, 14:40 to go. Chandler Schmidt, turnaround jumper, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Braden Chapman, here he comes. Chapman gets in with the left hand and he's able to put it up and in. This has been quite a stretch now for this red team. And now a 7-point edge overall at 55-48. Plata on the left baseline. Kicks it back out. Cole Chapman looks to end the streak. No good. Now here comes Chapman. Up head for Smallwood. Gets behind Chapman. Layup won't go, however, and rebounded by Schmidt. Schmidt, top of the key, stops, puts up the jumper. Short on this one, but gets his own rebound back. Trying to find someone. Throws it out, trying to hit Plata. Let's see who it's last touched by. And they're going to say the last touched out of bounds by Smallwood. Plata will lob it in. Nice pass to him coming in and couldn't finish the dunk, but he'll go to the line to shoot one, and that would have been a thunder slam had he been able to throw that one down. It appears to be okay as he's helped up by some of his teammates. Again, after the lead swung back and forth, it's now been an 8-0 run by the red team to take a 7-point lead, and it will continue as Plata can't hit the free throw. Braden Chapman, again, just going to be a sophomore at Spring Valley High School this year, lobs it up for Cure. Cure gets it, puts it in, and it's now a 10-0 run here for the red team. They've taken their largest lead of the game, largest lead for either team thus far in this game at 9 points. Bias spinning in, trying to create some magic, can't find himself free, had it blocked by Cure and out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by the white team. As Jones will check back into the lineup. Smallwood will bring it up the middle of the floor. Trying to find a crease. Now dribbles to the left side. Gives it off to McGinnis. He'll stop and hit a three, or put up a three rather. No good. Rebounded by Baya. Long outlet pass trying to find Plata over his head and out of bounds back over to the red team. Down to 12:08 to go here in the second half of the second game. Again, we got 3 games on hand for you here today as Chapman had it knocked loose, taken away by Chandler Schmidt. Here he comes in transition, one-on-one, can't get a good angle, and shot blocked by Smallwood. Rebound, though, comes out. Cole Chapman, he'll go for 3 short from the right wing and rebounded by Smallwood. Smallwood now under pressure on the backcourt from Schmidt. Gets it up at Chapman. Chapman over to McGinnis. Gets that look again. Can he hit this time? No, it rolls in and out on him. Long rebound tipped back to midcourt, and here comes Jones. He'll drive in hard left side and finds an extra boost as he gets by Smallwood for the easy 2 and finally stops this 10-0 run by the red team. Now Braden Chapman, left side jumper off the mark, rebounded by Cure, but they're going to say he earned an advantage and pushed off that time. So we'll see if the white team has a spurt in them now after the 10-0 run by the red team. Jones over to the right, penetrates in, lobs it up and gets it to go. Baya thought it may have been a lob for him at first. Looked like he was going to try and grab it and throw it in, but it turned out it was a shot attempt by Jones, and he gets it to fall anyway. 57-52, they go inside. Cure gets it and gets free from Baya and puts it down with 2 hands yet again. Baya and Cure have just been tearing up the rims here in this second game today, each with several dunks that have been highlight reels. As Jones looking to penetrate, gets it into Baya, and here he comes back with his own dunk. Like we said, these two have just been playing above the rim. this entire game, and now the lead back down to 5. Dominic Schmidt drives in right baseline, tried to draw the foul but couldn't get it. Now here comes Jones back the other way, gets it with the right hand, and he'll lay it up and in as McGinnis gave chase. And now the lead that was at 9 is down to 3 with exactly 10 minutes to go in the second half. Chapman works his way in hard, puts up a tough shot and on the runner and gets the friendly bounce off the front iron. 61-56 now in favor of the red team. Jones walks it across the timeline. Baya waiting on him, now drives in. Jones rejected by McGinnis, and now here comes Schmidt with it. Schmidt kicks it over to Chapman. He'll take a 3 from the corner. No good as it rolls out. Rebounded by Baya, fighting with it with Schmidt at the moment. Baya wins that battle. Now up ahead to Plata. He'll drive in hard and windmill dunk by Landry Plata as he whirled that one around and threw it down, Dominique Wilkins style. Cut the lead back to 3 and now back to 6 as Dominic Schmidt able to connect from deep right corner. 9 minutes remaining, and starting to see a little fatigue on the white team side, it appears, even from the red team. Again, it's hot in this gym, even with the doors open and the air conditioners blowing, as Schmidt drives inside, can't finish, and rebounded by his little brother, Dominic Schmidt. Here he comes up the right side, lobs it up ahead for Nervous. Nervous can't find a crease, now brings it over right side, and he'll put it in, and now the lead back up to 8. And just a non-stop action of both these halves. Again, it's a great conditioning tool as well for a lot of these coaches. It's Jones working with Baya out at the top of the key. Nervous trying to stay with him. He's driving in, can't finish as Jones that time. Now here up ahead is McGinnis, and the pass gets away from him as Butch Mounts makes the save underneath. Yeah, you sure you could use both hands still. That's Plata up and under as he hits a reverse dunk. He's getting himself going now. Lead back down to 6. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Now to McGinnis back in that left corner again, this time off the back of the rim. Rebound taken by Baya. Baya looking up ahead, but pass, no one there. And it'll go back over to the red team. Nervous behind his back, trying to go to work on Jones. Lost it, but finds Chapman. Chapman puts it up, no good. There's McGinnis, though, on the weak side as he gets the rebound and lays it back in on the left block. 68-60 red team. 7:20 to go here in the second half. Nice move by Cole Chapman. Kind of got the ball stuck in his hands and couldn't get rid of it, which caused that to come up short. And they'll say last touch by the white team is now Hairston will check back in. And going to see who they give a breather here to this time. Looks like it's going to be Cole Chapman who will go to the bench. Dominic Schmidt steps back, deep 3 again from the right side, this time a little short, rebounded by Hairston. Down to 6:43 to go in the second half. Hairston into the middle for Baya. Now to Plata on the right wing. He'll stop and pop a 3. No good. Rebound taken away by Chapman. Chapman, nice feed to Smallwood. Lost his footing, but awarely able to shuffle it over for McGinnis in order to get the layup to go. It's now a 10-point lead at 70-60. Long pass, and Baya can't control the pass. Now here comes Chapman back. Chapman over to Schmidt. Big 3 on the way, and he buries it. And now the red team starting to pull away here as we close in on 6 minutes to go. It's 73-60. And we said this white team played game 1. The winner stayed up, and you're starting to see some tired legs as Jones couldn't hit from the outside. Now to Schmidt. Again, understandably so, with the non-stop action that's gone on in both games. As Plata, nice dish underneath him. Baya able to throw it down once more. As he has just been a dunking machine here in this second exhibition. 73-62 in favor of the red team. 5.5 to go. Nervous goes for 3 from the left side. No good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones Drives in left side, able to beat McGinnis to the bucket, and the lead back under 10, 73-64. Schmidt gives it off to Chapman, back to Schmidt. Dominic Schmidt between his legs pass, nice nifty work there, and now Chapman feeds it back to him and going to get a goaltend. Dominic Schmidt and Chapman, just great ball handling that time and great passing by both. Under 5 minutes to play, 75-64 in favor of the red team. There's Jones. Again, Jones got a little bit of that James Harden type of style game to him where he just tries to probe the defensive lot, see what they'll give him, and be able to get these floaters to go, and that time able to get all the way inside and lay it in. As we said, he's being recruited out of Tays Valley by Oregon, Houston, Auburn, Louisville, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Illinois, Maryland, to name some. And we'll probably add to that list as the year goes along, as 3 on the way and no good. Here comes Jones back with a nice reverse that time, feeds it underneath. There's Baia again, and again he throws it down. Actually, this time it's Pilata getting in on the action as he throws down another dunk. He's been all over the net as well in the second half as McGinnis. Nice cut on the run out there as Chapman able to penetrate the defense, broke them down, and gets an easy 2. 77-68. Jones goes behind his back, gets inside, and able to finish at the bucket. Once again, a great move by him. 77-70 against 64-62 is our final in game number 1. This one's definitely been back and forth more on the offensive end as Chapman goes for 3, no good. Could have been a dagger with 3:40 to go in this game. Now an opportunity here for the white team. Lob it up ahead. Baia lost it momentarily, gets it back, goes up with it. Looked like it slipped out of his hands. And now here comes Nervous. Nobody back, and he'll get the easiest 2 of his life as he lays it in to increase the lead to 79-70. Now here's Jones. Does he have one more reserve in him here in the final few minutes? Gets up inside, can't finish, gets his own rebound back, pump fakes, tries to go back up. Guys go back up again, and that time he is able to put it down. 79-72, exactly 3 minutes to play. Now Dominic Schmidt, 3 from the left side. It looked like he hitched it a little bit, came up short. Now here comes Pilata. Pilata gets inside the paint, layup attempt, rolls off, no good. Rebound comes down to McGinnis. McGinnis over to Dominic Schmidt, goes up and under. What a reverse, but couldn't finish that time. Again, the kid's got so much magic in his game. Now there's Pilata. He'll get an easy run out too, and now the lead down to 5. Closing in on 2.5 minutes to go here in the second half. So who's got enough left in the tank right now? As Smallwood goes for 3, no good. See if it was deflected or not. Apparently it was not. Now give it back over to the white team, trying to cut this down to all of a sudden a 1-possession game. Jones able to get by Nervous, gets inside, and he'll throw it down with the left hand, 79-76. And now Cure will check back in. As McGinnis will go to the bench as we fall under 2 minutes to play in the second half. As the red team from game 1 getting themselves loosened up, ready to go back. They'll be playing the red team from this game. Obviously one will end up reversing jerseys, hopefully for game 2. But we'll have that third game coming up for you very shortly after the conclusion of this game as Dominic Schmidt gets inside, puts up a floater, no good. Now here comes Jones with it. Chance to cut it to 1 or tie the game with a 3. He'll go for the tie, and we're even at 79. What a comeback by the white team yet again. Just as in game 1, they look to be down and out, and then all of a sudden, here they come, and Chapman answers back with a 3. What a step back by him in this clutch situation. 82-79 now in favor of the red team. Closing in on 1 minute to play here in the second half. Chandler Schmidt, he hasn't hit thus far in this game, but he does now. What a moment for his first 3 of the second game after hitting 6 in the first game. Down to 52 seconds, 82 all. Smallwood gets behind the defense, and he'll lay it in. 2-point lead for the red team, 45 seconds to go. Chandler Schmidt shuffles it over left side, underneath for Schmidt. He'll go up, can't convert against Chapman, 37 seconds left. Now here comes Dominic Schmidt. 2-point lead for the red team. Dominic Schmidt lobs it up for Cure. Cure gets it all alone, and he'll dunk it home. 26 seconds to go. 4-point lead for the red team. The white team's got to go in a hurry here with this running clock. Down to 20 seconds. Chapman steps back against Cure and in and out on the three. Rebounded though by Jones. He'll lay it in with 12 seconds to go. 86-84, down to 9 seconds. Red team trying to run this clock out. Chapman with 5 seconds, throws up a layup attempt, and that will do it. Dominic Schmidt gets the last two of the game, and despite a valiant attempt by the white team to come back for a second consecutive time, this time the red team able to preserve the win, 88-84. So this red team will stay up, and the red team from game one will step back in next. We'll step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the final game of this afternoon from Greater Beckley Christian High School as you are watching the Future Edge Recruiting Camp brought to you by Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hug said.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hug said.
Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for the start of game number 3 here from the Future Edge Recruiting Camp Showcase, brought to you by Video Productions this afternoon, now into early evening. Chris Kidd with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer, and Butch Mounts, Joe Mounts, and Zane Townsend, our camera people. Now the team that was in red in game 1, now in white in game 2, as they go underneath. Ball knocked away from Ngire and taken away by Smallwood. In 2 very tight contests thus far. 64-62 with a shot at the buzzer by Davy Jones, and then this red team with a 3 from Braden Chapman, who hit the big 3 that gave them the lead for good in the second game, edging out the white team 88-84. Nice drive inside, stutter step, and a good take to the basket by Sizona, who again is getting multiple Division I interest in 6'3" from Beckley Prep. Drive by Smallwood, had it knocked away, but a hold instead on the play. So it'll be a free throw here for Smallwood. Or no, actually they're going to stay out underneath the basket. So Chapman will take it out from there, gets it in to Braden Chapman, and he'll connect. Or actually Dominic Schmidt this time from the side corner. And Schmidt hit a couple big threes as well in that second game, and now out to a quick 6-2 lead. Up top, Sizona gets it over to Aiden Ince. Ince, jab step, steps back for 3, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt looks up ahead for Smallwood. Smallwood, short mid-range jumper, can't get it to fall, and rebounded underneath by Ngire. Ngire in the middle of the court, puts up a tough runner and gets it to go. And in amongst the traffic, it's still able to connect. Dominic Schmidt will bring it up. 6-4 lead for the red team. Dominic Schmidt in the gray, but he'll step back again, a leaner or fall away leaner, no good. And that's a shot that he's had for all season and probably even through his youth. Again, it doesn't look like a tremendous shot at first or a great shot, but he's able to get that to go more often than not. And the front court comes Braden Chapman over to Nervous. He'll take a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound comes down as Ince fights Nervous for it and comes away with it, and Nervous commits the foul on Ince, and Ince finishes the jam anyway, just for good measure. Again, a running clock in these games, so again, they are going by somewhat quickly. These are 2 20-minute halves, again, to make sure that these players aren't out here for an extremely long period of time, but definitely long enough to get in some work. Ince, nice take on the right side, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, and Ngire comes up with it, and he'll put it up and in. Looks like Coach Justin Dempsey wanting to correct something right now or get something changed, and looks like he's going to flip Gilliam into a red jersey. And I think it's because 1 or 2 players may not be able to continue going for the red team that just ended up finishing that last game. Again, Bowl Cure may be done for the day. And now they're going to switch Chandler Schmidt over to the other team as well. So Gilliam now with the red team and Chandler Schmidt now with the red team as well, it looks like at the moment. May switch over to the white team, we'll see. But now still, here comes Ngire up the right side, or excuse me, not Ngire, but Thomas Tutt. You too, buddy. And that was Davy Jones coming over and saying hi to us. And again, what a display he put on today in both contests, as Aiden Ince unable to convert. Rebound, though, comes down to the white team. Out for Thomas Tutt. His jumper off the mark, and Ngire comes up with it. He'll go up, layup off the mark. Rebound still knocked loose, still being fought for, and finally corralled by McGinnis. Mentioned though, Davy Jones just getting recruited by a lot of people and a lot of top-notch schools, as being Gilliam able to lay it in. But as we mentioned with Jones, had that game winner in the first game, being recruited by Oregon, Houston, Auburn, Louisville, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Illinois, and Maryland, and likely quite a few more before things are all said and done. So maybe we get to see him on TV in the next few seasons, and I can actually say someone acknowledged my existence at that point. 6-4 still in favor of the white team as Aiden Ince into the left corner. 3 on the way, no good. A nice save by Gilliam, able to get it back in play, taken by Braden Chapman. Chapman stops, pops a three in transition, no good, rebounded by Angier. 5 minutes deep into the first half of the third game. Angier has it stripped from behind. Looked like Smallwood got a piece of it. He'll take it back over left side, into the left corner now. Had it poked away by Sizona, and it will stay with the red team, it appears. Now I'm checking into the game for the first time. Will be Sam Alojiki. As we said, he being recruited by a lot of people, both for his athleticism and for his classroom work. Again, he is high academic promise, being looked at by Columbia, also by Princeton, along with quite a few other schools like New Mexico, Oral Roberts, North Carolina A&T, Montana State, even WVU and Stanford getting in on the recruiting of him. We're all even at 8 apiece. Braden Chapman steps back for three, and boy, he's really come on strong here in the second half of the second game, and now to start the third game, he's found his range in the lead now 11-8 in favor of the red team. Nice drive by Sizona, dishes it back out for Touch, couldn't handle the pass, and Nervous comes up with it. He crosses midcourt, gives it off to Gilliam, drives in strong against Alojiki, but can't finish. Now Ince with it, kicks it back up ahead to Sizona. Sizona bounce pass for Alojiki and slams it home. Great cut by him. Able to finish at the bucket once more. As Alojiki has 7'2" wingspan and is 6'7". As Chapman can't finish this time at the rim. Rebound tipped out. Finds Tut. Nice stutter step. Gets all the way to the rack and able to lay it in against Smallwood. That'll give the white team the lead back at 12-11. Driving in is Gilliam and rejected by Alojiki, who came flying in out of nowhere. McGinnis with the rebound and fouled underneath. As we see here on our Video Productions instant replay. Again, great bounce pass there between two defenders, and there's Alojiki. Brings it back and rocks it home for his first bucket of this third game. Drive by Nervous, kicks it out for Smallwood. Smallwood trying to create some separation, dribbles back out, cut off. Now throws it inside, tried to hit Gilliam, cutting to the basket, but goes awry and out of bounds. Get it up ahead for Tut. Tut drives in on Gilliam, can't finish, gets his own rebound back, shovels it out. Dominic Schmidt, he'll go for three and count it for him. And Dominic Schmidt, no matter what the jersey he's wearing, continues his hot shooting. As Chapman lobs it up for Gilliam, cuts inside, and Gilliam goes up and puts it down. 15-13 now in favor of the white team. Sizona will bring it across the timeline. Goes inside for Ince. Ince couldn't hang on to the pass and goes out of bounds back over to the red team as we fall under 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Again, Bob Boland stopping by to check out the action as well. We actually saw on the way in here, home of Bob Boland as you come in. Again, two-time Coach of the Year. Still very interested in everything that goes on in the area. Such a big figure in Beckley basketball for so many years, and great to have him with us today, checking out all the action as McGinnis. Nice floater in the paint, able to get it to fall. We're all even at 15. Coming back strong the other way, Sizona gets it all the way inside and takes it strong with the left hand. He gives the white team the lead back, 17-15. Now it's still by Alojiki. Here he comes into the center, lobs it up for Tut. Tut got stuck on the way up, but able to still hang on to the possession. Now drives back baseline, reverse, goes up with a shot, can't get it, gets his own rebound back, and this time does finish at the rim. 4 quick points for the white team, 19-15, lobbing it inside, finding Gilliam, pump fakes, goes up with the left hand, nice move by him that time. And 6'5", will be senior. At Woodrow Wilson this coming year, getting some Division II offers and interest throughout the area. Is three on the way, no good by Sizona that time. Give it back to Gilliam, swings it over to Braden Chapman. Can he continue his hot shooting? Yes, he can. He continues to bury 3 after 3 and gives the red team the lead back as now Alojiki tries to split by McGinnis. And instead foul called on the play. We're approaching the midway point of the first half, 20-19 in favor of the red team. Dominic Schmidt trying to go up against Chapman, but lost it out of bounds. That'll go back over now to the red team, leading it 20-19. Chandler Schmidt brings it across the timeline over to the right. Schmidt able to get by Sizona between his legs inside, but now Sizona picks his pocket from behind. Ngaire up ahead to Sizona, goes in on Cure, now finds Ngaire and able to finish on the right side. Quick baseball pass up ahead. Gilliam able to save it, but into the hands of Alajiki. He'll drive in on Cure, gets by him and lays it in. So now here comes the white team back, leading it by 3 all of a sudden. 8 quick points for them, but Gilliam puts an end to it as he finishes on the right block. 1 point lead now. Sizona will walk it across the timeline now. Both teams catching their breath momentarily. Finds Ince cutting inside. He's hacked on the play, and he'll go to the line to shoot one. And if you're just joining us, free throws are worth 2 points in this contest with the running clock. So only 1 free throw on a foul, but it will count for 2 if he's able to make it. Ince can't convert, and rebounded underneath by Gilliam. Chance for the red team to retake the lead on this trip as Chapman steps back again. This time rolls in and out on him, but darn near went down once more for him. As the ball goes out of bounds, and see what they say last touch by. Looks like last touch by the white team. Chandler Schmidt gets the entry pass. Takes over left side, and Schmidt going to play in all 3 of these games today. He's got plenty of energy as Bowl Cure gets himself on the right block and able to put it in for his first bucket of this game. Again, him and Jerome Baya just had a dunk contest in the second game between each other as Ince goes for 3, no good off the back iron, rebound knocked loose, controlled underneath to Alajiki, and a great find by Ngaire, finding him cutting to the basket. 25-24 now in favor of the white team. Schmidt on the left wing. Gets a screen, he'll step back, goes for 3, and Chandler Schmidt finding the range again. He hit 6 threes in the first game. And again, the Cabell Midland will be junior, getting some offers already from Navy, Winthrop, Bryant, and New Hampshire. Underneath, Ngaire gets free, and he'll throw down a 2-hander. Again, Ngaire, 6'9", Beckley Prep player, will be a senior this year, getting looked at by Akron University and likely others as he moves forward. Chandler Schmidt, nice drive in, and Chandler Schmidt able to get it with the left hand. 29-27 red team, back the other way. Sizona came in a little too much momentum that time, couldn't finish the layup, and Schmidt with the board. Long outlet pass stolen by his brother, Dominic Schmidt. Here he comes into the middle, kicks it out. Sizona drives in, kicks it over. Now here's Ngaire for a jumper, almost got the dead and in off the backboard, but falls out. Here comes Chandler Schmidt back. Gives it over for Braden, or excuse me, that Cole Chapman this time, and Cole Chapman can't come up with it. Rebound comes away underneath Alajiki. Nice spin move, goes up the left hand, misses off the side of the backboard, but they're going to say last touch by Cure, it appears. Get a couple substitutions. And sounds like some of the thunderstorms rolling into the area as well. Just walked outside a moment ago with some of the overcast skies, so you're seeing an evening of thunderstorms in the area throughout the state. They get it to Alajiki in the left corner. 3 this time short. Rebound, though, put back up and in by Ngaire from about 6 feet. He ties the game up at 29 apiece as we close in on 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Nervous. Up against Alajiki. Gets a screen. He'll take a jumper from top of the key, and he buries it. A 3-pointer for Jaden Nervous. He'll be a 6'5" junior this upcoming year. Now a 3-point lead for the red team. Penetrating in, cut off, trying to feed it off for Ngaire, but knocked loose. Chapman up ahead, can't get himself free, and now the ball knocked loose. Cure comes up with it. Here comes Schmidt. He'll take a 3 from the right wing, and Chandler Schmidt, man, found his second boost of energy. He's coming on fire in this game, and now up ahead, Tuck gets behind everybody, and he'll lay it up and in. 35-31 now in favor of the red team. Chandler Schmidt crosses midcourt along the right side. Gets a screen up top. Penetrates in. Can't find an opening. Now gets it over to Cure. Cure tries to drive in. Tough turnaround jumper. This time no good. Rebounded underneath. Taken away by Tutt. Not cut off. He'll get all the way to the basket and lays it up and in with the right hand. 35-33 now in favor of the red team. Nervous on the right wing. Steps back into the corner. Now back up top. Tries to throw it out front. No one there and taken away by Tutt and slams it home this time. And we are all even again at 35 apiece. Chandler Schmidt will inbound it to himself. So bring it across the timeline. Nobody out front, just going to leave him alone, and that was a mistake, and his brother knew it as soon as he tried to get out on him. And those two, I'd say, have definitely met in the backyard quite a few. And again, we're just told this will be the last half of basketball. Again, these players have really gone through a lot today in this hot gym and have performed valiantly on both ends. Again, it's been some incredible basketball here today as Alajiki drives in strong. Layup is good. So now we're down to the nitty-gritty of this game. 38-37 in favor of the red team with 3:40 to go. Chandler Schmidt looking inside, lobs it up, but Cure wasn't there, and now rebound loose in the corner. Tutt fighting for it, able to come up with it. Cole Chapman knocked it away. I think they're going to say still last touch by the red team. As Ince will check back in. .3:15 to go in the final half here today. They kick it out. Tutt goes for the jumper. No good off the back iron. Tutt, though, gets his own rebound back. He'll go for another deep jumper. This time he's able to hit as Tutt hits a three and gives the white team the lead back at 40-38. Now here's Smallwood underneath for Cure. Cure, spin move into the middle. Fights himself free, goes up, can't finish, and rebounded by Alajiki. Alajiki into the middle, drives all the way in and throws it down once more. Again, the kid just has endless energy and able to throw it down with authority once more. 2:35 remaining in the final half of play here today. Nervous. Over to his right, step back jumper, this time too strong. Rebounded underneath by Ince. Ince up ahead. Kicks it out for three, and it's buried. .45-38. Three-pointer on the way. No good by McGinnis against Sizona with a huge three just a moment ago. Making this a 7-point lead. Now pass inside, intercepted by McGinnis. Up ahead for Smallwood. Smallwood gives it off to McGinnis. His layup is short. Rebounded, though, by Nervous, and he'll lay it in. 45-40. 90 seconds to play. Here's Alajiki again, gets inside. And this kid just has so much raw athleticism and just so much of a sense for the ball on both ends of the floor. He's going to be a talent no matter where he decides to go. Whether it's academics and basketball, one or the other, hopefully both for his sake. It's three-pointer on the way. Good by Cole Chapman. 6'1", soon-to-be sophomore from Shady Spring gets his first three of the game. Running layup, no good by Ince. Rebounded, though, by Angier, and he'll put it back up and in. Under a minute to play. 49-43 in favor of the white team. Chapman gets it over to Braden Chapman. Now to Cole Chapman. Goes for another three, this time short. Rebound up ahead, given to Tutt. Tutt with 44 seconds over to Angier. He'll go up and slam it home. 8-point lead now for the white team. Under 40 seconds to play. Swing it over into the left corner. McGinnis for three, off the back iron, no good. Braden Chapman with the rebound. He'll run it back to the three-point line. Goes up for three, no good. Rebounded by Ince with 25 seconds. Up ahead to Tutt, but stolen away by Cole Chapman. Down to 20 seconds. Now here's Braden Chapman. Underneath finds Gilliam. He'll go up and slam it down. Down to 13 seconds to play. Sizona will bring it up with under 10 seconds. Gets it to Tutt. Tutt goes up. Finishes with the layup with 4 seconds to play. Cole Chapman will bring it to midcourt. He'll heave at the horn, and that will do it as the white team prevails 53-45 here in game number 3 of the Future Edge Recruiting Camp Showcase. And what an event it was here today by Justin Dempsey and the rest of his club, along with some of the other schools from around the area. Again, a great job being able to showcase 18 of the best talents in the area here today, and we hope to see a lot of these guys, not just for the rest of high school, but on into college as well. Again, some of them got some great years ahead of them in high school, and going to be a lot of fun following them as they head towards college recruitment here very soon. But again, for everyone here at Video Productions, for Zane Townsend, Butch Mounts, Robbie Mounts, and Joe Mounts, I'm Chris Kidd saying thank you for spending your afternoon and early evening with us, and we hope you all have a wonderful day throughout the rest of it and throughout the rest of the weekend. Everyone stay safe, follow the guidelines, listen to the doctors, and please take care of yourself out there. So for all of the Mountses and Zane Townsend, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long today from Greater Beckley Christian High School as you have been watching the Future Edge Recruiting Camp brought to you by Video Productions.